All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to talk about what it really takes to grow a tax business from the ground up. We're going to break down a platform called TaxTrac, pulling from a great discussion on the Wealth Builders podcast, to see just how much the right software can totally change the game for your growth.
You know, for any tax professional out there, this is the million-dollar question, right? Is tax season going to be this well-oiled machine that actually builds your business, or is it just a complete and total catastrophe? So often, the difference really just comes down to the tools you're using.
And this quote from the podcast, it absolutely nails it. I mean, think about it. When you're juggling hundreds of clients, efficiency isn't just some corporate buzzword. Every single click you save, every little process you can streamline, that has a real, direct impact on your sanity and your bottom line.
So what are those huge hurdles we're talking about? Well, the podcast really highlighted a few big ones. First, being physically chained to one single office computer. Then there's watching your hard-earned profits just get eaten alive by per-return fees. And of course, that sinking feeling when you hit a super complex issue and have absolutely no one to call for help.
Okay, so how do you fix all that? The solution they dove into on the podcast was a platform called TaxTrac, which, is specifically designed to tackle these exact pain points head-on. So let's break down how it actually works. So the first major feature is something they call cloud freedom. And let's be real, in today's world, flexibility isn't just some nice little perk. It's absolutely essential if you actually want to grow your business.
This really just translates a techie term into a simple, real-world benefit. Being cloud-based just means you're not tied down anymore. Your office can be wherever you need it to be, whenever you need it to be there.
And think about what this actually looks like day to day. You could meet a client at a coffee shop and pull up their info on your tablet. You could finish your return on your laptop from home after the kids go to bed. Or you could just check a filing status on your phone while you're waiting in line. Your business moves with you, not the other way around.
All right, now for the next key point. And honestly, this one's a big one, the money. Because the whole goal here is to grow your profits, not just your software bill, right?
Just look at this. On the left, you see the traditional model, where pretty much every new client you bring on actually increases your costs. But then you look at the right. The flat fee model completely decouples your expenses from your growth. This is such a fundamental shift. It means as you get busier and more successful, you're not being penalized for it. You're actually being rewarded by keeping more of what you earn. The podcast called this the ability to file without limits. And that's a really powerful concept, isn't it? It's the freedom to take on as many clients as you can possibly handle, knowing your software costs aren't going to suddenly punish you for that success.
Okay, so you've done all the work, but now comes the tricky part. Getting paid. This next feature is all about solving what can be a massive puzzle for any business, cash flow.
So the podcast explained this feature called Refund Transfers. And wow, this is a total game changer, not just for you, but for your client too. They get the convenience of not having to pay you out of pocket, and you get paid quickly and seamlessly without ever having to chase down an invoice. It's a win-win. This whole process just completely removes the hassle. It's incredibly straightforward. You file the return, the bank partner handles the payment directly from the refund, and boom, the money lands right in your account. Simple as that.
But what happens when you get stuck on a really complex return? You know the ones. Well, this final feature we're going to cover is all about support, which is kind of like having a professional safety net for your entire business.
The key thing here is to understand what unlimited actually means in this context. It's not just about how many calls you can make. It means no surprise fees for getting help. It's bilingual, which is huge, and it's available to everyone, whether you're a solo preparer just starting out or a big, full-service firm. In short, it's real, comprehensive support.
So when you put it all together, the freedom to work from literally anywhere, a pricing model that actually rewards your growth, super streamlined payments, and expert support on standby, you get way more than just a piece of software. You get a whole platform that's actually built to help you scale a professional tax business.
And really, this all boils down to one final critical question you've got to ask yourself. The tools you choose can either hold you back or they can empower you. So take a second and think. Is your current software built for the business you have today, or is it built for the one you want to build for tomorrow?